Welcome to Misha Madness and Motivation Podcast. This podcast is for anyone wanting to evolve in every aspect of their life. Do you want to be better and live life to your fullest potential? Tune in with your host, blogger, entrepreneur, and beauty executive, Misha.
Hi, guys. Welcome back to Misha's Madness and Motivation Podcast. I am your host, Misha. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. I hope your week is going good. I've been really tired this week. If you're up in the Northeast, you know it's been cold, okay? Especially in New Jersey, it's been super cold. And yeah, it's been brick. So I've been super sleepy. It's been so dark out too. It gets dark early and it stays dark for like a good part of the morning. So I don't know. Happy Thursday still. I hope everyone is having an amazing week. I hope that you guys have something to look forward to this weekend. For me myself, that is probably I'm gonna see if I can catch up with Ziggy and Manisha. I don't think you guys have ever met Manisha. Hopefully, I can get her on the podcast soon. Her and her husband. So yeah, I hope to catch up with those ladies this weekend and just like see them. Like I haven't seen them in a really long time. I know we always talk about how you have friends and everyone's living their lives and everyone's busy, and then you see each other when you can and you catch up when you can. But that is especially like amplified during this pandemic. So it's like that times 10. Like, yeah, we're working, but then it's also like you guys understand what I'm saying. Like I don't even need to try to find the words because I don't even know what words to say, but I'll be excited to I'm looking forward to seeing them this weekend. Ziggy just had a birthday on January 9th, so shout out to her. Happy birthday. My birthday is coming up as well, but that'll be after this weekend passes. Looking forward to that. Um, I don't know, shout me out, tell me happy birthday. All my Capricorns out there, happy birthday to us. So, as you can tell by the title, I'm starting a book club. I'm actually really, really excited to be starting this book club because, I mean, when I thought about it, this is what, let me just tell you guys what brought me to wanting to start a book club. I don't know what got me thinking about just, I guess, the things that I used to do and the things that I used to enjoy. But I'm like, yo, I used to go to the library and literally read for hours. And when I would be in the house, like on the weekends or even after school, sometimes having to do my homework, I still will make time to read a book, like to actually enjoy a piece of literature for my own entertainment. And I remember being so engrossed in these books, like so in it, just looking forward to it, not wanting to go to sleep, falling asleep reading it because I just can't, like, my eyes won't shut. They're going to shut on their own, because the story is just so good. And I miss that. I miss that feeling. I look back at the year of 2021 and honestly, I feel like I've read less than 5 books. And that's giving myself more credit than I actually deserve because I'm thinking right now and I'm like, 5, girl. I probably read 2 books. One I didn't finish, so one and a half probably. I can't even really remember. I have to go back and see, look at my library. I read on a Kindle now. I do have some physical copies of books, and if I really love a book, I will get a physical copy of it. Honestly, the last books I've been reading, they haven't been fiction. So, like I've read some biographies, memoirs, self help, and like stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean, I guess a few of those. Now that I'm thinking back, a few, maybe 2 or 3 of those I would like to have a physical copy of, but I'll tell you guys about those books in a completely different video. This video is about me starting a book club. So, a book club is where a couple of people read the same book and they get together to discuss it, share their opinions and ideas, and yeah, like just chat and just kind of get to know each other. That's what my whole idea behind it was. So I wanted to start it to encourage my family and my friends, especially, and even myself, to read more, like to pick up a book. Like I was saying, I only read less than 5 books. That's crazy, especially coming from like where I used to read just for fun, you know? It wasn't, I just want to get back to that. So I'm not putting a number on it. I'm not putting a number on it. I did set up some goals for myself, some reading goals for the entire year. Hopefully, with the book club, we'll get through one book a month. Since I'm starting late and the book club won't officially begin reading until February 1st, I am going to probably read a book for myself in January, the last 2 weeks. And I'll share a little bit about that later on in case you guys want to read with me, speed read through that with me. I'll also host a buddy read for that. So, but 2 books a month. So that's like 24 books in the year, which is a big number. Like that's a big jump from 5 or less to 24. But I think it's important to definitely set goals that you have to like stretch yourself to achieve. And I'm not going to beat myself up if I don't make it to 24 books because I know I will at least read 11 since I'm starting a book club and I'm really excited. So I told my family and friends, like what kind of I had to actually ask all of them first, are they interested in reading? Because, some people they used to read or like they don't have time now. So, I didn't want to pressure anyone, but I just wanted to know which of my family and friends are readers. And honestly, I didn't even really have to ask them because if you know your friends, then you know which one of them, you just know your friends. So I hit up my reader friends. They've agreed to read February's pick with me. They've agreed to like be my reading buddy basically. So I'm really excited. Shout out to them. And I really can't wait to start. So there's this saying that you are the books you read. And what really sticks with me for that, like that is especially true for me when I'm reading like self-help books or I don't know, yeah, mostly self-help books. But that saying can also be true with like fictions and novels or just those books that incite you to think intellectually. Like you just like it just opens your eyes even to things that maybe you haven't even seen before and you take bits and pieces from everything that you read and you apply it to your own life in some way or you're going to remember it's going to be ingrained in your brain in your subconscious. So I definitely do believe that and I think it's so important. And so I definitely wanted to encourage people to pick up a book, encourage them to think intellectually, and to know that they can be entertained through a book the same way that they can like with a movie. And I also wanted people to realize how great reading is for broadening, like your vocabulary. For me, I read with a dictionary close by because if there's ever a word that I don't know, I'm definitely gonna look it up, and that's just how I read. So I can say that reading definitely has helped me have the vocabulary that I do have today. And I just love reading. I wanna go back, okay? I wanna go back, and I plan to go back, and I wanna invite other people to go back with me because it's reading, it's fun, it's gonna be fun. Shout out to my friends again who are gonna join me with the February read. So, what you can expect if you decide you want to join the book club. So, of course, you're gonna be responsible for getting the book yourself. So, you're gonna get the book. We're gonna pick the book a month before, like 3 weeks to 4 weeks before, to give you time to get the book. You can either buy the book, rent the book, or borrow it from a family member, friend, or even your local library. I will host, like I was saying earlier, I mentioned that I would be hosting reading parties. So, yeah, I'm gonna host reading parties, and that's basically gonna encourage anyone who is just like dipping their pinky toe back into the reading pool after having not read for a while. So, like, I'll keep the momentum going and you'll basically like be buddy reading with me. And we'll like chat along the way. So, that'll be really fun and I'm excited about that. So, that's a part of the book club. Um, February 1st, we will actually be reading The Appeal, and it is by Janice Hallett. It's a murder mystery. And I know you guys are probably thinking, a murder mystery in February, the month of love? Hey, it's a cold world. I'm really excited. So this is the book. There's actually two covers to the book, but this is the one that I got a picture of. I'm drinking my tea. I guess I should get used to drinking tea and like cozy drinks. You guys know my drink is usually coffee, but I have some tea. I think it's orange and orange black tea with honey, of course. Just gonna take a little sip. I don't want it to get cold. All right. So I did go ahead and pick the book of the month for February, but I won't be picking all of the books, of course, because it's a club and I want everyone who joins the club, I want them to, as well as like share their opinions and talk about the book, I want them to be able to have a say in what books we're reading because, I mean, what's the point? Like, the point really is to get a group together to read things that they're interested in. So, definitely, I'm going to have the group have voting privileges or whatever and let them vote on different titles so that we can all like agree on something. But since we're just beginning, I did go ahead and just pick the book, which is The Appeal. It is a murder mystery and I am going to read the description. So it says The Appeal. One murder, 15 suspects. Can you uncover the truth? And it says on the description, there is a mystery to solve in the sleepy town of Lower Lockwood. It starts with the arrival of two secretive newcomers and ends with a tragic death. Law students Charlotte and Femi have been assigned to the case. Someone has already been sent to prison for murder, but they suspect that they are innocent. And that far darker secrets have yet to be revealed. Ah! So excited. It's like a whodunit. Um, and I love that they're law students, so, of course, they have that extra insight, I guess, on really just the other side of it, not just, like, the criminal aspect, um, or, like, being an ordinary person trying to find out what's going on. It's like, "No, you guys know, the law, you know what to look for, and all of these different types of things." So, I'm really, really excited to get into this book. I hear it's, like, one of those books that just you don't wanna stop reading. So if you're interested, you know what I'm saying? Come and read it with us. We would love to have you and discuss. I mean, who doesn't love to talk? I love to talk. So, yeah, I'm really excited. Once the group, like the book club group expands, of course, I have amazing ideas for in-person and virtual events, but for now, we're just gonna do this very, very intimate like and see how it goes. And hopefully, what will come of this group, as it grows, like I was saying, like sharing those opinions and being able to like discuss, literature or like even life issues. A lot of books touch on things that we're going through today, like the pandemic or like gun violence and things like that. Very thought provoking conversation. So I feel like when we really get to know each other, I mean, I know my friends, the ones I will be reading with, but once we really start to discuss and people start to open up and share their opinions, you can see who I don't know, like once you see how someone thinks, then it's like, okay, like we think alike and then, it forms a friendship. So hopefully some friendships can definitely form out of this and more than sharing an opinion, we can share like support for one another and I would love that. That wouldn't be a bad thing. So, in the meantime, let me tell you how you can join. So to join, you can just go to my YouTube. It's Misha M&M, just like the candy M&M. So I will leave the link down below. Just go to my YouTube, Misha M&M, and subscribe and make sure you turn on your notifications because then you will basically have all of the updates to know what's going on within the book club. Um, Before the book club starts, though, definitely make sure you go and you grab the book if you're interested in reading it with us. And yeah, join us over on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe and turn on those notifications, and you won't miss a beat. Um, Now, what types of books I find out there? Because I did go ahead and get together a list of books. I will also share those list of books in a different video because it's gonna get pretty lengthy, talking about 24, 25 plus books and the synopsis of all of them. So I'll keep it pretty short, but I will tell you the genres, right? So I made a list. It has about 24, 25. It is a growing list because when I looked at it, I was like, oh my gosh, you're interested in a lot of mystery, thriller, science fiction books. There's some fantasy in there. There's like a lot of sci-fi mysteries, sci-fi fantasy, um, yeah, sci-fi thriller. So a lot of like mystery thriller. And I'm just like, girl, you gotta get some romance on here, put some historic or like history, in there, do a little something. But, I also have, like, horror, but mostly that's what it was. I do have some romance books on there, and I did go ahead and, throw a few self-help books on there because why not, just throughout the year to keep my mind strong. Because that is a habit that I did get into, which is probably why the last few years I've only really read nonfiction books because I like to feed my mindset and keep my mind, like, sharp. Always have to be fed like strong information on the regular. I don't even want to say the regular, but like throughout the year, I need to at least read one or two, like just positive mindset books just to remind me, what the heck I'm doing it for and how to keep showing up every day. Sometimes I just need that fuel. So I definitely threw a few of those in there. And my friends also, both of my friends said that they are interested in opening up their library to more self-help books. So I'm really excited to read like, self-help books with others, like in a group because I've never done that before. And that would like probably set my world on fire because I've been so lonely these past few years reading these self-help books and being so like inspired and not having anyone to share it with. It's like I can share my inspiration, but it doesn't hit the same if you didn't read the pages that I read, like, to get this inspiration from. So that's super exciting. I'm really excited. So, yeah. Um, I decided, like I was saying earlier, my goal was to at least read 2 books a month. So January is over, which means that I didn't get to read 2 books, but there was this one title when I got my list together. It's a mystery. There was this one title that really stuck out to me. And I looked up like everyone basically was like feeling either like this book was pointless or that they absolutely loved it and they couldn't put it down and they read it in 24 hours, 24 to 48 hours. So I'm like, "Ugh, I have to read this book." Now, when I actually started to listen to the description of the book, that's when that I knew I had to read this book. So I'm just going to read the description for you guys. This is my January pick. So I'm probably gonna grab this over the weekend and start reading it right on Monday. If I get it like on a Sunday, I'll probably start reading it on Sunday. But I'm gonna say Monday because I don't have anything to do on Monday. And well, I don't want to say I don't have anything to do. I have one appointment on Monday. And other than that, I am absolutely free to read as much as I want to read. And, this is my January pick. So it's Piranesi by Susanna Clark, and it's a novel. It's about 272 pages, which is pretty short, especially if it is as good as the people who rave about it and say that, like I read it in one sitting, 2 sittings. So that's really exciting. If you read this book, please let me know in the comments, like, should I get it? Should I read it? Should I not read it? Let me know before the weekend is over because once Monday comes, I'll probably have already bought it. But I guess I'll find out either way and I'll definitely let you guys know. But yeah, I basically have to read this book. So let me read you guys the synopsis. It says Paranesi's house is no ordinary building. Its rooms are infinite, its corridors endless. Its walls are lined with thousands upon thousands of statues. each one different from all the others. Within the labyrinth of halls, an ocean is imprisoned. Waves thunder up staircases. Rooms are flooded in an instant. But Piranesi is not afraid. He understands the tides as he understands the pattern of the labyrinth itself. He lives to explore the house. There is one other person in the house, a man called the Other, who visits Piranesi twice a week and asks for help with research into a great and secret knowledge. But as Piranesi explores, evidence emerges of another person, and the terrible truth begins to unravel, revealing a world beyond the one Piranesi has always known. Uh, Okay, I'm just so excited because, like, what? First of all, just the description in the first paragraph alone, like the rooms are infinite, the corridors endless, the walls are lined with thousands upon thousands of statues. Like, can you just like I could imagine myself there, and can you imagine being surrounded by all of this stone, these tall statues, and then like water just comes rushing in and crashing and filling up the place? But they said our main character, Paradisi, wasn't afraid, and I wanna find out why he's not afraid. Like, what does he know that I don't know? I'm reading this book, hopefully, I can get through it in 2 weeks. I'm giving myself 2 weeks to read it, so, like, by January 31st, and that's, like, a little more than 2 weeks, I should definitely be done with this book, and I'm, also gonna do, like, a mini a little mini book reading party on Piranesi, if anyone wants to read it with me, because why not? I'm really excited. So this isn't like a book club read. This is an add-on, like a personal, I want to read this for myself. So if you want to speed it with me, if you want to speed it, read it with me, then you know, I'll be on YouTube, hosting the buddy read. You can join me. I will leave the link below. Misha M&M, just like the candy, on YouTube. Subscribe. Make sure you turn on your notifications so that every time I upload about a book or like host a buddy read, you can join and read along with me. So I'm so excited. I'm just like so stoked. I have this big list of books. I can't wait to share them with you. I'm definitely going to do a separate video of all of the books that I gathered on this list. Piranesi was on there for sure. The Appeal, of course, was on there. But there's like 2 pages of books I'm interested in. Some of them more interested than others, but they still pique my interest, and I guess they're just worth checking out. I'm really, really excited to start reading more, and I hope that I have encouraged you or anyone standing by closely listening to pick up a freaking book, man, and just read it. Just pick up a book and get lost in the pages. You know, grab you some tea, grab you a pillow, and read. It's really you know, it'll be fun. I'm really excited for this one though. Piranesi, I really am. Look up, you know, the reviews, look up what people are saying, and if you're interested, see if you can borrow from a friend or a family member, see if you can get it at your library. I am probably gonna read it on my Kindle, and you can read it with me. Meet me on YouTube. I will have this book by January 17th, which is right after the weekend. Today's the 13th, so happy Thursday again. You can even grab if you end up grabbing it a little later than that, you can still read it with me. I'll still be over on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to read this book and let you guys know how it goes.
Till next time.